Cory had never once talked game to me. So I was like...
Have you ever come up to me and talked game? This is what I'm talking about.
But listen, Cory, would I choose you? But would I choose you? Cory, would I choose you or my best friend? Would I choose you or my best friend?
Hey, it's your girl Devyn Simone, and welcome to the Challenge Aftermath. I am here with the cast of the Challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies. And here we have Amanda. We have Nani. We have Cory. And we have our very own Labradoodle Ed. And dialing in from Spain, we have Logan. And for the very first time on the Aftermath, coming in from Romania, we have Emmanuel. All right, it's gonna be a good time. Now, Emmanuel, I have to tell you, my first love was actually Romanian. So shout out to the Romanians. Yes, Te iubesc, Emmanuel. Yes, I know how to say I love you in Romanian. That's all I remember. But welcome to the Aftermath and welcome to the challenge. How does it feel?
Thank you so much. It feels great. So far, I get a lot of love out of it. I'll see how it goes.
So far, yeah.
Now, Emmanuel, some of the best transition shots this season of the challenge are of your dance moves. Can we get a little taste of that right now, Emmanuel? Just a little.
Can we have a dance battle? Him
You
and
want
Ed?
a battle?
Him and Ed dance battle.
I think so. Okay,
now.
Emmanuel, first, you go first.
I'm in my underwear.
Good.
That's okay.
All right, fine. I'll do it too.
Wait.
Oh my God.
And there you go. And okay, Ed, what's your response to Emmanuel? It's a battle.
I'm not gonna rip my pants, am I? Look at how tight they are. I wore my tight pants today. All right, ready? Watch this.
Oh yeah. I gotta give it to Ed. I gotta give it to Ed.
Now, okay, before we dive into this episode, in all seriousness, Amanda. Now, last time you were on Aftermath, ma'am.
I know.
If I recall, there was Michelle, there was Fessy, there was you. You were talking about Thanksgiving appetizers, and you said that you just had a taste of Fessy and then passed them around.
Fessy's like an appetizer at Thanksgiving. You just pass them around. Everybody just takes a piece and you pass it along. You don't want too much of it.
And so what's the relationship status between you and Fessy now?
I decided I'm an appetizer girl, I guess.
Okay, so you fill up on the bread at the restaurant.
So we're basically picking up where we left off. He dumped Michelle, and he came back to the real one, I guess you could say.
So he dumped Michelle, so you took him back.
I think Michelle thought that they were trying for something, and they weren't. She thought it was more than what it was.
So are you and Michelle cool now, or what's your relation? Okay.
We're actually not cool. But it's not because of Fessy, it's because I've just been noticing a lot of things on social media with her, and she talks a lot of about a lot of people on the show.
But you're not mad about Fessy, and you and Fessy aren't committed to each other yet.
We're not boyfriend, girlfriend yet.
It takes two to tango. You gotta be just as mad at Fessy as you are at Michelle.
But Fessy
and that's the way that
Fessy
it is.
doesn't lie about Michelle lied about...
Oh.
Fessy doesn't lie about Oh my God.
Are we talking about the same person?
I will say I have witnessed Fessy and Amanda together, and for some weird reason, they do seem to just they are magnetic. They do vibe very well together. I don't know, they just get each other.
A mutual toxicity or something?
Yes.
Two wrongs make it right.
No, but you guys, they do get along very well. So whatever it may be, I do feel like there is something there.
Yeah.
And, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Did you know that Fessy was gonna post the picture of you two?
He had told me right before he did it.
Okay, and what was your reaction?
We both were basically we don't really care, but I mean, it was a hit, right?
Yeah, that really changed my day. I was like, oh, Fessy and Amanda are together.
It probably did.
A lot of people were talking about it, right? If you guys can find some good in each other and bring out the best,
we
do.
do.
Then all for it. Then we support it.
Stay tuned. You guys can watch my...
Oh, we will be watching. You know I got spies in the streets. we will be watching. All right, you guys, let's get into the episode at hand. Who can speak to Priscilla's speech from the last episode? She came in hot. It shifted up some things in the game.
Nelson, you've been amazing. You've been a great support, but I'm gonna go elsewhere. In Deliberation, something was said, and it seemed more like a threat than advice.
It was to help you, but whatever, do you, girl?
I don't mind, I'm a rookie, but I don't like threats. So let the games begin. Joshy, come down.
So here's my thing with that. I know all of the veterans were looking at Priscilla like, F you just messed up all of our games, we're coming after you. Like, I was looking at Priscilla like a proud mother. Priscilla had to do what Priscilla had to do for herself, regardless of whether or not it was going to, you know, create backlash for her. She was gonna have backlash no matter what.
True, yeah.
People were coming after her no matter what. So honestly, I was looking at Priscilla like, do you, girl? Like, I would've done the same thing if I were you.
At this point, are we all sure, like 100% sure that the vet truce is off? Not you, Ed, because you're
after I got thrown in, I wasn't trying to stick to the vets. Why would I have loyalty to people who did show no loyalty to me?
Like there's no other options at this point. Every vet is with the rookie, so either way a vet is going in. It's just who's the most liked vet versus who is the least popular. So the least popular is gonna start going in.
Logan.
Yeah, you too.
I love the love on this couch. All right, Logan, why do you want to see Nelson go into the elimination?
Okay, the plan in my mind was to put Cory against Nelson because they are like not friend of me.
I think the move that we have to make is attack your partner.
Do you think that a part of this, like, or Big T sort of being okay with this was because it was in retribution for her feeling left out of the veteran alliance?
I don't know. Big T was moving funny all season. She was telling me she was voting one way and then voting the other way. I just think her and Nelson really didn't get along. Like, I don't think she wanted Nelson in the house, like Logan said. A lot of times when it comes to the challenge, it's all about who wins on what days.
Right.
And that day, the team that I didn't want to win was Nani and Logan.
All right, you guys, let's talk about this episode's mission.
You and your partner are gonna start at your detonation station. When I say go, one partner at a time will race down into that muddy pit, gathering one of their colored bombs.
All these dirty little piggies had to go down in there and get their colored specific ball, go back, tag your partner in, and it was like guys, girls heats. So the person that got the silver ball was like the top team, and then you move on to the next round and it kept eliminating teams.
My strategy was to get to the balls as quick as possible and start throwing them in the back closer to my partner, to Casey. I actually tried to throw some other people's balls, but accidentally I think mine and I threw it in the back close to my station. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, and this whole thing turns really crazy, right? Like, you and Josh go at it first round, Cory. What's going on there?
No, I'm not saying my name, bro. I keep hearing you say my name. I said I want to win, bro.
I mean, we're in the middle of a competition. He thought that I should have helped him win, but I told him before this, it's either you and Priscilla going into elimination or it's me and Bettina, because we are attached to two rookies who have not been into elimination. If I don't win, then you need to win. But at this time, it was me and him. So I was like, if I literally sit there, let Josh walk up this road, I'm sending myself into elimination. Why? I'm not gonna do that.
Did you really know that at the time, though, that you guys, it was gonna be you and him?
I called it. We had a whole conversation about it.
Really?
I told him. It's
I thought
either
you guys were just being
Priscilla.
boys, like arguing about the ball. I didn't think it was that far thought out.
I think sometimes.
I'm shocked.
Every once in a while,
every once in a while.
But I feel like that makes sense, though. You thought, like, if you two were kind of potentially going to come out on top anyway, then it might as well be you rather than handing it to someone else.
I would expect Josh to do the same. At the time, he saw it as a betrayal because I threw the ball to Jeremiah.
But, I mean, Jeremiah was the worst one. Went in though too, right? There was a lot of rookies left, though, right? I feel like you should have trusted Josh more than you would Jeremiah.
Well, I've been wanting to say this about Big Brother because they piss me off sometimes. They expect for you to come to them with gameplay, but they don't ever come to me.
Okay.
Why do I have to be that person to come up to you, give you all my information, and then get nothing back? You know, it needs to be mutual.
You'd be willing to engage more if it was a 50-50 instead of you going after them.
50-50, that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, but if you leave me, you're safe. If you fight, maybe not. If you fight, maybe you're not safe.
Nelson, if you attack me now, you're not gonna be safe. So protect me.
If you fight, not safe.
What do I do? Do I fight for my life, or do I make a deal?
I told Nelson afterwards, I'm proud of him for doing that because he finally made a move that helped his game,
right.
and he wasn't thinking about me.
It's good. Well played. Nani, so do you think Logan's relationship with Big T is the reason why you guys won this mission?
Yeah, no, I definitely think that, Big T helped us. I think overall, Logan and I had a lot more help in this particular challenge than just Big T.
Yeah.
We were getting helped by Josh, Casey. I mean, we had a lot of people that were willing to put their game on the line to help us win that challenge.
Yeah, and do you think that's influence from you, or Logan's better at strategy than he's letting on?
Logan is such a great strategist. Honestly, I will say that about working with him. It wasn't until we won this challenge where we really started talking game, listening to him strategize, and just his whole thought process on the game was when I realized that he knows a lot more that's going on than what people think.
Yeah, I think the secret is to have a lot of information. Don't share the information, don't share the plans just with your partner, and that's the way. In the war is like that, and all the plans work if less people know the plans. If a lot of people knows the plans, always the plan is gonna break in some point.
Ed, on that last round, did you realize that those two would work against you?
At the start of it, off the rip, we were all just going guns blazing. And then it got down to that last one and we were all fighting for it. I think you see the slam, me and Nelson, we planned that way before. Because he obviously would never been able to lift me because I'm very, stout and sturdy.
Yeah.
Playing slam.
It was a playing slam.
Playing slam.
All right, so, but we're all fighting in the mud and nobody was getting anywhere. When you're down there, like all locked in, it's like, I kind of don't want to let go.
Yeah.
Like there's a weird feeling that like comes over you and it's like, all right, like,
competition.
I know anybody can win right now, but like, I don't want to let go of it. As soon as I let my guard down, boom, that's when the playing slam happened. But I didn't mind it. It was okay how it played out.
Of course you wouldn't mind it. You were okay with that. You're happy with everything.
Yeah, shit happens.
And that's why Ashley was probably like, what the f,
Oh, she was
Ashley,
pissed. I don't know where she went. I got back to the station that we were at, and I was like, where the hell did Ashley go? She was like way on the other side, walking off the set.
Because that's the complete opposite of her temperament, right? Like, she is not happy with everything, and Ed is very happy with everything. All right, let's get into nominations.
Amanda, how can you sit here and defend Ashley? You sacrificed yourself to go in for her, and she stole $500,000 from our friend, and she only sent you a $500 gift card. That's it.
Why are you mad about?
Because that's so selfish. You're the most selfish person to play this game. Everybody knows it. Just say anything to anybody to make it to another final. That's why she's always eliminated at the beginning of the challenge.
Amanda, you and Nelson go at it over backing Ashley. I know she's your girl, which seems to get pretty heated to the point that it legit blows up.
Me and Nelson are so close beyond the game that when Nelson brings up my business, especially something like what happened with Ashley, like he knows what—
The gift card, the $500 gift card.
Which is not even true. She never gave me a $500 gift card. So whoever started that rumor, it's weird.
Wait, so you didn't get a $500 gift card?
No.
You got nothing?
No, I got a bunch of gifts for the baby.
Okay.
But it wasn't a $500 gift card. I don't know who fabricated that, but either
Okay.
way. So I feel like me and Nelson are just so close that when me and Nelson like get in arguments, it like genuinely hurts my feelings for him to blow up something so personal in like a deliberation that had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Like, I understood he was trying to like save his ass, but like—
Well, you
Nelson's
lied to
done
him. You lied to Nelson.
How?
You said you were gonna go vote for Ashley. You told Nelson
I
that.
never said no.
Yes, you did.
And this is
Stop lying because Nelson came up to me and was like, bro, don't worry about it. I talked to Amanda about it.
Do you want to know
what?
what?
We have the numbers going this way. She wants to go with the numbers.
Look, I
So
love
she
Nelson
already
so much,
said
but Nelson
that
is
she-
not the most trustworthy person.
Was
He really
Nelson
isn't.
came up to me and said, hey, I know you don't want to vote for Ashley. He's like, but if you can just burn your vote. He asked me to burn my vote to help you. He didn't ask me to vote for Ashley, bitch. Okay.
Well, to clear this all up, I got a direct line to TJ anyway. So we're gonna find out who voted for who. You guys knew it was coming. The revealing of the secret votes.
Show the votes.
All right, TJ, you know what to do.
Thanks, Devyn. You are now cleared to reveal the secret votes. Good luck, agents. I hope this doesn't ruin your alliances.
See, so I wasn't even the swing vote, bitch.
Kyle,
I wasn't even the swing
Josh,
vote.
Emmanuel, Devyn, CT,
Cory, a lot of people. I hope you got a pin out.
I mean, no, it's all mental notes.
So it didn't matter where my vote went.
I mean,
Cory,
one thing that I
anything
feel good about is that the people that I knew were rocking with me, they rocked with me right there. If those people would have voted a different way, I would have felt some type of way.
Yeah.
Now, all these other people who voted for me and Bettina, I've played the challenge long enough to know that this is a game and that people make the best moves for themselves. And I know that no one really got along with Bettina.
I don't think it had to do with Bettina. I don't think
another
people didn't
point
like
though
her.
What the you guys don't like me then?
Well,
You're the not popular one.
Cory, so you blew up at Kyle at one point in this episode. Were there any underlying personal issues?
Kyle lied to me on Vendettas. That was his first season on this show. Do you think I'm gonna come into this house and trust somebody who's already broken that trust?
I would hope not.
More so like Josh is somebody who I've never done wrong, except for I know we just got into it at the mud pit, so I expected that. Emmanuel, he's with Casey, so he's gonna probably do what Casey's gonna do. Ed is gonna vote for me because I voted for him, so it makes sense. You see the way this all just breaks down? It's all like, I can see it from this person, but then they don't like this person, or they don't like me and they like my partner. And it's just like, that's just the way it happened, man. I'm not holding any deep grudges, you know, it's a game and we gotta go into elimination.
Everyone was talking about Cory and Nelson, that they're like the middle alliance, and then everyone kind of wanted to get rid of them first. The alliance I was working with Ashley too. Like for rookies, it's easier for rookies because we don't know the vets. It's like we meet everyone right there. So we don't have that relationship that they have there.
Their history is a little bit messier, but let's go ahead and put these votes back in the vault. Take a mental snapshot, Cory. Yep, exactly. Take names down. Remember that for future games. All right, let's talk about this elimination, hanging in the balance.
Logan, Nani, by winning the last mission, you are now the agency. So Logan, we'll start with you. Which man do you want to send down?
Jeremiah.
This person is beautiful inside and out, but she is also a challenge champ. So for obvious reasons, my vote is for Amber. When it came down to it, Logan wasn't afraid to swing big. He was totally fine with going after a champ. So honest to God, when it came down to Cory and Bettina and then Ashley and Ed being the house vote, I didn't care which one went in, I'm sorry. But I was leaning more towards Ashley going in. If like I'm cool with Ashley, but if the house votes for her, that has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So if a champ gets thrown in there,
of course,
I'm gonna
better for your game.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then that would be a good opportunity for me to throw in another champ, Amber. And Logan wasn't afraid to swing big, so we were good on that. And then when it came to Jeremiah, that was the only guy I felt comfortable saying because I didn't know him. He and I never talked game. Like he was sweet, very nice guy, but like I just didn't have that relationship with him. Right. And neither did Logan. So it was just very easy for the two of us to go that way, and it worked out.
Logan, did Amber and Jeremiah being in a relationship play any role or make it easier for you to throw both of them in?
Yeah, of course, because finally I put the law of fighting, you know. If you win, it's better because you win with your love. And if you go home, also it's very good because you can enjoy a good night with your girlfriend. So I make a favor to Jeremiah.
All four of you are going to start on one platform where your puzzle pieces are located. Then when I say go, you're going to have to work together to transfer all of your puzzle pieces from one platform to the other over a very odd-shaped beam. You will then build your puzzle.
Yeah, we had to walk across this balance beam, and as you're doing that, you're counter balancing with your partner, so it's hard because the minute she starts to fall over, she's pulling me, and I'm coming closer, and it's just, it was hard. I mean, I'll be real, that was the hardest elimination I've had in my career. Like, I'm going up this damn ladder like, damn, this ain't looking good. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not a quitter. I'll keep fighting, and it showed.
Yeah.
But I had my exit speech planned.
I had it planned for you watching the episode because you guys were behind. Props to you both for pulling out that win. Were you guys surprised to see them?
Yes.
They pulled it together.
Oh my gosh. At first I was like, oh my goodness, like I just threw in Amber and Jeremiah and they're about to come back. Cory, you better get it together.
Right.
Get it together, but it worked out perfectly. You guys were fine. It was literally just finding that rhythm and communicating and counting out your steps. The moment you guys started doing that, that's when you started picking it up. And that's when Amber and Jeremiah fell apart, honestly.
Yeah. You had to communicate with your partner. That was key. That was me and Bettina's weakness. We did not do a good job on communicating.
Yeah.
Jeremiah and Amber were crushing this in the beginning. They were doing a really good job. Bettina showed a lot. She showed that she has fight. She's not gonna give up, and that's all that I ask in my partner. And I tried to give it everything that I had for her too. And for her to be on the show as the first sweetest person to come in, get an elimination win against a champ, this is a big moment for her. So I was just really proud of her and the way that she performed.
And Cory, you were so excited to pick your new partner, right? Like you were hyped, you were ready to go. How did you feel when TJ said, Cory, rejoin the group?
You can rejoin the group. Yeah, rejoin the group, go ahead.
What?
I was pissed off. I was mad. And Bettina was mad too. She wanted to pick a new partner. We both looked at each other. We said, listen, this trial run's been great, but we're not about to win no money being together. So we got to switch this up.
Right.
You'll have my back, I'll have your back. Bet. Cool. You know, I just felt like, dang, like the one time I go in and I win, I get no power.
Yeah.
Thanks, bruh.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to pick Casey because Casey's a badass.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Manuel, you lucked out again.
Sorry.
We're doing something a little bit new on the Aftermath. We have a fan question. Why was Fessy not addressed for being the first person to break the vet alliance?
Amber came in late. That was a big thing too. That vet alliance was already made before she entered the game. So I think when she came in, everyone was kind of looking at it. Not that she's not a vet, like she won her first season. We gotta give her that credit. This deal was already made before she entered the game, so we don't really owe her anything. None of us have talked to her about this alliance. None of us made a deal with her. I truthfully think it had everything to do with just the fact that she wasn't there when the veteran alliance was made.
Thank you for that fan question. And you guys can thank me for this next part, because it's game time. We are going to be playing Challenge Feud, which means I gotta get my mustache out.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta get real. All right, there we go. High tech, high tech. All right, you guys. So we are gonna be playing.
I mustache you a question.
No shame on
Mustache
this.
on your upper lip and not on your lip, though.
Wait, hold on. I'm not used to having facial hair.
Oh, you look great.
We surveyed our lovely challenge fan base, that's you guys across social media, and we got your thoughts on the challenge. So, question number 1, what's something you would do if you were in danger of being voted in?
Throw someone under the bus.
Yes, good job, Manuel. Yes, lie, that's another one.
Take it like a champ. Go into elimination. Screw it.
No, absolutely not. Yes, that is number 1. That's the number 1 answer. We got 2. We need 2 more.
Cry.
No.
Cry.
This, so much of this has happened this seasons. Yes, cut a deal.
Alliances.
To cut a deal with someone. And then what's one more?
Threatening someone.
Pray.
No.
Rumors.
Yes, start rumors. What's something you always expect on a season of the challenge? On a season.
Lies and allies.
Lies is one. What did you say, Manuel?
Someone gets sent home.
Yes, eliminations. Logan, what do you think?
Fighting and
Yes, that's 2. Yes, hookups and drama. And then we have one more.
Backstabbing?
No, we didn't. Yes, betrayal. Good job, Nani. Good job, guys. All right, question number 3. Who would you want to run a final with? No.
Casey, Tori.
Johnny.
CT, Tori, Johnny.
Wes.
Nope. 2 more.
Darrell.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Corey.
You can't always get gold. You can't always get gold.
One more.
Cam?
Yes, Cam. Fabulous, Corey. You each get mustaches, so at the end of the show, I'm gonna just pass them out.
Can I get a beard? I already got a mustache.
You do, Emmanuel. These were modeled after you and Logan's mustaches, just so you know.
Logan, hide your beard.
Can I wear it like a unibrow?
And there you go. You can wear it like you guys, we match. I love it. We're all a stash show here. All right, thank you guys so much. This shit hanging by a thread. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is all that we've got for the Challenge Aftermath. I'm your host, Devyn Simone. Be sure to check out all new episodes of the Challenge Spies, Lies, and Allies, Wednesday nights only on MTV. Now, here's a sneak peek at next week's episode.
I don't think we're playing teams anymore.
We have some people who are partnerless. We don't know what is going on at this point.
I've told you time and time again, be ready for anything at any time. Agents, it's time to adapt.
I'm expecting some kind of news.
Because from now on, I am shocked